Hello folks, MJ Johnson here, back with another review for one of my favorite books that I've listened to in recent weeks, and that is Roverpowered by Drew Hayes. Roverpowered is a mere 3 hours long on audio. It is narrated by Amy Landon, one of my favorite narrators, who also did the Winter's Quarter short stories by Ursula K. Le Guin, as well as the Villain's Code books, also by Drew Hayes, which are one of my absolute favorite series of books in the superhero genre. Roverpowered is the first installment in the journey of the young adventurer Wanda and her loyal hound Wumble. Think adventure story, but with the vibes of Legends of Latte. It's fun and heartwarming, and I've never read a book that nailed the dog-human companion partner relationship so well. One of the things that really struck me about it was the simple yet flowing prose. It reads like a storybook, almost nostalgic, with a melodic rhythm to the narration. And once again, I have another fantastic example of just how great the ticking time bomb trope is. I believe in pretty much all the reviews that I'm going to have coming out in the next couple months, this trope may be brought up in every single video because I love it, and every book that I've read recently uses it. Wanda and Wumble have a 3-day deadline to complete their mission, and it really helps connect me to the story. Like I said, it's super short. It toes the line between short story and novella, but I loved every second of it. And the biggest thing for me, apart from the fact that Ticking Time Bomb is always good, this book showed me in a super clear way that I need to show how a magic feels the first time it is introduced. This is a lesson writers hear all the time, and I've always tried to incorporate it in my books, but the way it is done in Roverpowered feels so visceral and powerful that it gave me great ideas for just a couple minor changes I could make in my own writing that I think that will elevate the experience for the reader. I really only have one major criticism for the book, and I think this was actually an intentional choice, but that is the stakes. There is a world-shattering evil that comes up at one point in the story. However, it is really only a concern to the characters in the book. The threat is not really perceived by the reader in any way. We know from the beginning that the characters are all going to be totally fine and that nothing's going to happen. As I said, I think this was intentional. Hayes plays this really well, not wanting the book to lose its sense of heartwarming wholesomeness and yet still have moments of great heartache and love between the characters. The true stakes are the ticking time bomb. We as readers are not worried about the otherworldly threat because we know everything's going to be okay. We are worried about whether or not Wanda and Wumble will be able to meet their deadline. I still think this was such a fun read. I think it's something I'll probably go back to once every year or two just to enjoy. And I really can't wait to see what comes next for Wanda and Wumble. I have a feeling that because these books are so short, that Hayes is just going to be pumping them out like once every month or two. Maybe not that fast. Maybe like once every 4 months. Check out Roverpowered by Drew Hayes and all his other books. He's amazing. Thanks, everybody. Stay flamin'.